Hello crochet friends! Today I will be showing you how to crochet this corset. The size hook I'll be using is a C hook and 2-ply yarn. However, this finished project was on 4-ply worsted weight yarn on an H hook, so as you can see, the pattern is versatile. You will also need an old brassiere or the inner cups from a brassiere and a thick sewing needle to sew through the fabric. And as always with my videos, the instructions will be in the description. To begin with, you'll need to chain a length of chain to go down the back, and you'll be working the rib stitch with your main color and your alternate color. This is white, and I'll also be using peach to make my new corset. So I will get started, and I will meet you back in a second. After you've chained your length of yarn for the length that you would like your top to be, you want to do 40 rows of single crochet in the rib. I've done 38 here, and I'm just going to demonstrate how you want to work it up. You want to take your yarn and chain 1 and turn, and then you want to single crochet behind the stitches, and you want to hold the other color behind your work. And it'll make it work up easier if you do the back of your top along this way. And then it makes it much easier to switch colors. You simply pick up the other yarn. Oh, and make sure you do that last single crochet in the corner, or you end up misshapen like I almost did. And again, you just hold that yarn behind your work and single crochet over the previous yarn. And continue that to your last row. Once you've completed 40 rows of the single crochet rib, you're going to want to cut your alternate color and then you want to chain 1, and for this row you're going to want to start with 1 single crochet and then a double crochet. And you want to alternate single crochet, double crochet for the next row. Now in the next row, all you want to do is single crochet the double crochet and double crochet the single crochet. So the first one's a double crochet, so I'm going to chain 1, single crochet, and double crochet that single crochet. And then you continue alternating and crocheting a single crochet into the double crochet and a double crochet into the single crochet until you reach the front center of your torso, and that is the seed stitch. And you're going to want to do that on each side of the rib stitching for the same length until it evenly reaches the center of your torso. Once you've finished with your seed stitch on the sides, you're going to want to do a row of single crochet around the top and the bottom of the piece. After you have done the seed stitch around to where it fits you down the center of your torso, you're going to want to crochet the brassiere part of your corset. And the way that this will be done can be, you can single crochet for the same shape as this, or you can simply just make 2 circles for the bust, and I'll show you how to do that really quick. You want to start out with a magic circle, and you want to work 10 single crochets in the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, and 10, and then just pull that closed, and then do 2 single crochets in each stitch around for 20 single crochets. After you've done your 20 single crochets, you're going to want to put a stitch marker to mark where you began, and then you want to do 1 single crochet in each all the way around. Once you get to the beginning of your work, you're going to want to mark where you started with a stitch marker. And then on the next row, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around for a total of 20 stitches. On the next row, after you've done 1 single crochet row, you're going to want to do 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the same stitch. After you've done 1 single crochet row, you're going to want to increase. You're going to do that by going 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the next. One single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next. In the next round, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around till we reach our stitch marker. In this next round, we're going to increase every 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, and 2 single crochet in the same stitch. In the next round, 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Now we're going to increase every 4th stitch around. So 1 single crochet in the next 3, and 1 single crochet increase. And repeat that till you get all the way around to your stitch marker. Next, you want to do 4 rounds of single crochet in each stitch around. Now, if you are an A cup, you're going to want to stop here and measure it to your cup size, and the way that you increase for the shape of it is you simply mark the stitches where you want to increase, and if you're a larger cup size, if you're a B, you're going to want to increase at this point every 5th stitch. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase. So you want to mark with a stitch marker where you want your increases on your brassiere, exactly where they begin and end, and these will be where you don't want to increase on the next one. Increase, no increase, and increase. And the way that you begin your increase is you do, first of all, 2 you do 2 half double crochets, and then 1 double crochet until you reach your last 2. And end it with 2 half double crochets, the last one being into that stitch marker. And then in between your increase rows, you're going to want to do 1 single crochet, in each stitch, and then you repeat that for an increase, 2 half double crochet, and then 1 double crochet till you reach the last 2 in this section before your stitch marker, and just repeat that all the way around. On our final row, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and if you are larger, you simply increase every other row, putting 1 more stitch between your increase row stitches, and then you continue that until it's perfectly rounded to what your cup size is, leaving the whatever shape your cup is to about there. Then on the next row, you simply want to follow your stitches and do the exact same thing. 2 half double crochets, double crochet, and then when you reach the center for this, if you have a point like I do here, just follow those points and do 2 double crochet increase. ending the last two with a half double crochet, and then single crochet between the increase and just like the last raised area, we're going to find that center point and increase by 2. And it doesn't have to be exact, you just want to follow the shape of the cup that you're using. Yours may not have that. And then once you're done and you've gotten all the way around again, we're going to end it by doing a single crochet in each stitch around. Now, as you can see, it's not the exact shape of the brassiere, but that's okay because it stretches up and covers it as long as you get the same shape, and if there's a little extra, don't worry about that, because you can't. The same thing happened here on this one, and it simply just stretches over the cup. So go ahead and line it up and then stitch with your needle all the way around. After you've stitched around your brassiere, you're going to want to sew it to your corset, and I just measured it up by using safety pins so to size it and to fit where it needs to fit. And then you just sew it together. And I'm just sewing it through the back, as you can see. And I'm just attaching it first through the stitches on my corset onto the sewing stitches of my brassiere. And continue doing that all the way across there, and then on the next cup I've got it all set up and ready to sew, and I measured first. Now for my next step, I just want to I'm just going to thread through some ribbon, but if you want to use yarn, simply at least crochet 200 to lace it through. I did 250 to give it more of a loopy look on this purple one, and if you want it smaller, you know, just chain up less than what I did. And you simply, to start out, just loop it through the stitches at the bottom. And then line it up to where it's even. And then loop it through the other end. And simply make a crisscross pattern by going up 2 stitches, 1, 2, and using the opposite side to loop through the opposite end of your corset. And then you just want to, again, measure to where it's even and go in the same space across, up 2 stitches. And this is a little more difficult because I used a smaller yarn size and smaller needle size. This should be easier if you're using an H hook and worsted weight. And just continue doing that until you reach the top. After you've laced up your corset, the next step will be to add the straps. And what you want to do is count back to where you would like your straps to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches from the top, and attach your yarn. And then simply crochet neck over 1, making 2 single crochets in the top where you ended your cup, and simply start working the single crochet foundation. And you work the single crochet foundation until the strap fits you. And what you can do is simply measure from a top that already fits you and do the same amount of foundation single crochet and measure it out that way. Once you've created enough foundation single crochets for the length of your strap, you simply want to attach it where the alternate color begins in the back. And then repeat that on the other side. Our next step will be to attach the yarn in the center of the bust at one of the corners, and we will be working the picot edge. And in this picot edge, I will be doing the picot every third stitch. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And try to keep any stranded yarn underneath, and you work the picot by chaining 3, and you slip stitch in front of your single crochet in those 2 loops, working 1, 2, and when you get to the cup portion, you want to work in those front loops only, because the back loops are where your stitches should be. And then chain 3, oops, and if you can see, those 2 bars are where you want to go in at to do your slip stitch. And 1, 2, 3, and then picot. And you're going to continue doing this picot edge all the way across the strap, through the back, onto the other strap, coming around to the front. And just continue doing that. And once you're finished, you're going to cut your yarn and you're going to picot on the inside of the strap and around the armpit in the same way all the way around the strap and the armpit. And I will demonstrate for you in just a sec. After you get all the way around to the front of your corset, you're going to want to cut the yarn and sew in that last tail. Just like to weave it with my crochet hook through the back. And once I get it in there, I just knot it, make it nice and tight, and then cut the yarn, and it's all nice and hidden. And the next step will be to attach the yarn to the back of one of your straps. Looks like right here is good. And just continue. We'll start with a picot, chain 3 and picot, and continue to picot all the way around the underarm and the other side of your strap, coming across all the way around till you reach the beginning. And to recap the picot, you simply crochet 3, that's 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and picot. And then once you're done with that side, you want to come around and attach it over here and continue picoting all the way around. And that is the finished corset. And if you don't have any inner cups for the corset, that would be fine. You simply want to create a shape and just follow along. I just find that it helps with the corset and holding it in place. You could even attach an actual brassiere and just follow the brassiere and crochet over it, an old brassiere that you're not going to use anymore. And if you have some old cups that are not the right size for you, that you could still use it by cutting it down to the size that you want, and attaching it to a cup that fits you. And you simply add a round and make the crochet cup larger than the cup that's too small. and it should hold just fine. It's a great way to reuse and repurpose. So thank you for watching my tutorial on how to crochet a corset, and leave a comment or a picture or a video response and show me if you create a corset, and ideas are welcome. And feel free to use this pattern for any crocheted item. I have no problem with any issues of copyright and such. Just feel free to use the pattern and let me know if you make one. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.